Hey, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is Dwight here. So check this out. Today's video is going to be about why people lie. And I know you're probably asking me, well, why you want to talk about this? Why saying why people lie? Well, the thing is that as I was speaking with a prospective client, they asked me a question. She was like, well, why do men lie? Right? She kind of wanted to book some services with me, but she kind of booked me because of course, I'm a man, a guy, a male. And so she just kind of wanted to get a male's perspective on some things. And it was so, it was puzzling and crazy at the same time because I was just like, what do I tell her? Because the same question could be asked, well, why do women lie? And so of course I gave her the appropriate response, but it just got me to thinking, like, why do people lie? You know, and it just made me realize, well, people lie for a number of reasons. Let me tell you something. A person could lie just because they don't feel good enough they don't feel good enough, they don't feel good about themselves, and it also depends on what they're lying about. You know what I mean? So I mean, you have to take all that into account. So when you're wondering why someone lied to you in particular, well, oftentimes when people do things, it's really not about you. Especially if you haven't done anything to that person, then it's not really about you. And I know it's easy to say, well, don't you shouldn't take things so personally, but when someone has caused you harm, a detriment, of course you're going to be taking it personal because that caused you some type of harm. Of course you were upset about it. So I'm not gonna not take it personally. You sat there and you lied to me, or you tricked me, or you played me. You deceived me into thinking that something was true and it's not. And that altered my decision making, which then again took away my will of choice in a sense, because I would have, if I had known that what you were telling me was not the case, I would have chose differently. So therefore, you have just now interfered with my free will and my will of choice because you have just deceived me into thinking that it was the options that I had before me were one way, and it wasn't. It was the exact opposite. But had you had told me that, then I could have made the correct decision. So, but do you see how me talking about that, how it went deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper, right? It got more in depth because you have to think about it. On the surface, it seems like this person is just a liar, right? Oh, they're just a liar. Oh, men just lie. Oh, women just lie. They don't want to be, they say they want a committed relationship, but they don't know how to be women, or they don't know how to treat a man. And women may say, oh, well, a man don't get this and they can't appreciate a strong working woman, and a man don't understand this and a man don't understand that. And it's like, when you really get to asking yourself these questions, but do you see just right there? I want to point something out. Do you see how just from that one particular topic, it almost opened up Pandora's box, right? Just from asking, why do men lie? Why do women lie? It it's this whole plethora of issues, right? It's like an iceberg. You're only going to see the tip of it, and you don't even realize in this big, gigantic ice mountain that's at the bottom of the ocean, somewhere out there in the Atlantic somewhere. And also, you got this big conglomerate of ice just boom right there, and you can't even see it. It's just right there under the darkness of the ocean. You don't even know. Like, like you don't even know, but it's just kind of like you have no idea. So, but anyways, back on topic. When people get to lying to you, it may ain't really got nothing to do with you. Most of the time, when people do something to you, especially when it's unwarranted and you haven't done anything to this person, most people do that because they want to protect themselves. They do that because they want to try to get you first, or they feel like you're going to do it to them, so they want to stick it to you before you stick it to them. And again, that in itself has nothing to do with you. And yes, you can take it personally because the offense happened to you, right? But I guess the decision that you have to make is how long are you going to hold on to it? And are you going to allow hurting someone else dictate your entire life and dictate the way you look at people, the way you view people? Are you going to allow it to continue to do that? You have to ask yourself that question. If you are a type of person where you may have been a little bit gullible or a little bit naive, now that does not mean that you have to start distrusting people and not believing people, but maybe you can be a little bit more smarter about it. Like, let me give you an example. So if someone says, inside this box is a bunch of cookies, they're buttery, they're sweet and sugary and oh so good, right? And I tell you, you can have this box for $5. And you say, well, can I look at it? Oh, well, no, you don't need to look at it. I'm telling you what's in it. If you open it up, you're going to mess up the freshness. I want you to be able to keep it tight and tightly sealed until you get home and you're ready to eat them. So you can really, 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 truly enjoy it. And you say, okay, here's the $5, and you give me the $5 and I give you the box. You really don't know what's in that box. You don't know. All you know is what I told you is what's in that box. Yeah, there may be cookies in there, but are they going to be the cookies that you like? And are they even going to be the buttery, sweet cookies that I told you they were going to be in there? Now, luckily for me, I try to be an honest person as best I can. These are what I promised. They're cookies. They were exactly those buttery Danish cookies, right? Got a little sugar on, so they're in there. But let's say that's not what's in there, and I lied to you. And you gave me your $5, and you get home, and it's not cookies in there. Not the ones I told you, it's chocolate chip cookies in there. You're allergic to chocolate. You can't have it. So now you're out of $5 and you didn't even get the cookies that you wanted. And the cookies that you got, you can't even eat because you're allergic to them. Does that give you reason or cause to be mad and upset? Of course it does, because now you're out of $5 and you expected something. And what you got was not what you were expecting, right? So, check this out. Here's the thing for you. Yes, I lied. However, where is your accountability in allowing yourself to be lied to? And I know some people probably like, whoa, wait a minute, Doc, hold on, what you talking about? Wait a minute now. You trying to say it's my fault that this lied on me? Are you trying to say it's my fault this lied to me? Like, is that what you're trying to say? And it's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you have to take accountability. Why were you so quick to believe what I told you without actually verifying what I was telling you first? Right? And why didn't you question the fact that when you tried to see what was in there, I quickly stopped you and I came up with an excuse why you shouldn't do it, why you shouldn't test it, why you shouldn't look at it before you buy. You don't know me. You don't know me from Adam and Eve. You don't know me. You don't know me. So what was wrong with you saying, okay, I'd like to see what's in there before I buy them because I don't know. And I don't want to buy products that I don't know. I don't buy things that I don't get to look at or trust and stuff like that. I was either going to tell you, okay, well, you're messing up the freshness or whatever the case may be, but here, I have some, whatever the case may be, but if I have no way of explaining to you and telling you who are showing you what was in there, why would you give me your money? Why would you buy it? Why would you believe what I said wholeheartedly and take it to heart? And believe me so much so that you decided to give me your hard-earned money. And you also trusted me enough to take it home and not open it until you got home. You have to take some accountability in that. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. If you may be a little naive, or you may be the type of person that may be a little bit gullible, you can still see the best in people and want to believe people, but you got to make sure that you protect yourself in the process. And that's really what it's about. Because it's not just that men lie or women lie. We all lie. Children lie. Kids lie. Kids lie. You know, because they do. So children lie. A child, especially if they feel like they're going to get in trouble or they're going to hurt someone or something was wrong, they're going to tell you. They more than likely will tell you a lie. You probably got to push it out of them because they don't know what's going to happen. They're afraid. They know that they probably done something that they shouldn't have done, and they're gonna lie. But are you going to sit there and believe what they tell you? Or are you going to believe your eyes? Are you going to say, okay, nothing happened. You right. It's okay. You didn't just break it. I don't know how what happened. Maybe the dog did it. Or are you going to say, are you sure that you didn't accidentally bump into something and that maybe it failed? Are you sure that you weren't playing around, and it failed? I'm not going to be mad at you. I really just want you to tell me the truth so I can get to the bottom of what's going on. You're not going to get in trouble. And then more than likely, when you reassure that person, that child's going to say, okay, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. I was playing with the ball and it accidentally threw it and then hit the boss. It hit whatever. And it broke. And I'm so sorry. He. Because they're so hurt. And you gotten what you need. If you pay attention to what I'm saying to you, I'm telling you what you need to do. It's okay to gently question someone because you don't believe what they're telling you. It's okay to do it in a loving way. And it's okay to test and see, well, let me just wait to see if you produce what you're really truly saying before I give you my trust. I trust what you told me. I trust that I heard what you said is correct. However, do I trust that's what you're saying to be actual facts or to be factual? No, I don't know. And you don't have to share this with that person. You don't stop oversharing. You don't have to share this with that person. You don't have to tell this person, oh, I just, this is what I do. I just don't believe people up top. I got to figure it out. You don't owe nobody that. You don't have to share that. You don't have to express that or share any of that to someone. And if a person tries to tell you they don't want to be questioned and they don't want to, no, don't question me, or you must don't trust me, or you must have trust issues, or I'm not that other dude, or I'm not them other females you messing with, or I'm not them other girls you mess with, or I'm not them other guys and stuff like that. If a person tells you something like that because you're just trying to figure out what's really going on, 9 times out of 10, they probably lying to you. Because think about it. Most filthy people understand and know people enough to know that people do lie and people make mistakes, and that when you're just meeting someone, people try to be more than what they really truly are. So it's okay, and it's a safe thing, and it's actually a great, healthy thing to do, to ask someone, what are your intentions? Who sent you? What are you looking for? And if it doesn't make sense, it's okay to say, man, ooh, man, that don't make sense. You are you sure? Because I hear you saying this, but I'm looking at something completely different. It's okay to do that. But if don't just be, oh, you lying. You lying. Y'all all the same. Oh man, she lying, man. Man, see that? Oh man, he lying. He lying on that. China, he lying. Yeah, you know how trade. I mean, what that shows is that you have trust issues, and it comes across as if you are a bitter person and that someone has hurt you and you haven't gotten over it. When you respond to things like that, that's why you get the, oh, you just bitter, oh, you just angry, oh, you just mad, oh, you just hurt, oh, you need to get over your ex. That's why, because it's your response. because you're not saying it from a place of healing or from a healed place. You're saying it from a broken, bitter, angry, um, just vengeful, spiteful person. And you're mad and you're angry and you're most importantly, most of all, hurt. And you don't trust anyone. You got major trust issues. That's what that shows. That's what that shows. And if a person wants to win over your trust, they're gonna have to go through they're gonna have to pretty much almost win an Olympic competition to go to get. That's like going through HE double hockey stick in hot water. I'm trying not to do all that cursing, y'all. So I'm trying not to do all that cursing, guys. So that's why I said that. But that's like going through that. And again, that's for me. That's my thing. That's what I'm trying to work on. You continue to be who you are because I'm going to meet you right where you at. You continue to be exactly who you are. That's what I'm working on. That's for me. And the thing about it is, you can't be so easily swayed either. You have to be able to remain who you are amongst people that really don't agree with you, or they have different viewpoints, or they may even try to change you. They don't just go hang around these people all the time, because even the great King Solomon was tempted, and he failed because of that. So don't just think that you just above and you can't fall, because we all fall. Even the strongest fall. And that's just a little nugget on that one right there. But back on topic again, that's what that shows though. When I hear people say that, I say I got trust issues. Their ex probably hurt them. They probably still hurt because of their ex. Well, damaged person. I don't just say that they're damaged, to say they're kind of hurt right now. They're in a broken state. They're broken right now. They need to go ahead and do some work to get themselves where they need to be. And you run into these same people after they've done the work, and they're the most nicest, genuine, sweetest persons you could ever meet. You're like, oh, wow. And they'll tell you, well, I was in a really dark place at that time. I was blah, 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 blah. Okay, good, great, I understand. But that's what they come across as. And then it's also coming across as fear, too. Because what are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? Outside of the other reasons, outside of the obvious reason that, of course, you can be hurt, you don't want to be hurt, and you're fearful that someone's going to hurt you. So if you're fearful that someone's going to hurt you, then why are you trying to talk to people? Oh, well, like I just, as humans, we're not meant to be alone. I got to know somebody, I'm meant to do all these things, and I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but how can you do that out of fear? And you are doing it from a place of real, true, false evidence appearing real. Because you don't know if this next person is going to hurt you or not. You don't know that, but you just have a fear that it is. And that fear stops you. You let this fear grip you so tight that you don't even want to go out there and try. You don't even want to move. You can't even get out there and go on a date because you're so afraid. And if you do go on one, you're looking for something to be wrong to turn you off from it. Because you really truly just don't want to be, you want to be loved, but you don't feel worthy of that love. And you don't really want to be loved. Because you don't understand, because you don't know your value. You don't know what makes you worth being loved. But as you can see, it's not just so simple as, oh, men just want what they want, or women want what they want, and people in general, when it comes to why do people lie. People lie for various reasons, but oftentimes, especially when someone lies to you and you've done there's nothing warranted, they're lying to you because they're coming from a place of hurt, low self-esteem, low self-worth, not feeling good enough, low value. They're doing that's why they're lying. Or they could just be they could have other different types of psychological issues where they just are chronic liars. And then if that's truly the case, then it's not why are they doing that to me? Because you automatically know if it's something like that, that's something that they probably really can't help. So I hope that this kind of was able to give you all some type of a different perspective or a little bit more insight into your current perspective on why or as to why people lie. Okay, so until then, I will see you all in the next video. Take care. And because this video was done in November, the week before Thanksgiving out here in America, I will tell you all, I hope you all have a wonderful, happy holiday next week. And trust me, I know the history of Thanksgiving, so I wanted to see here say Happy Thanksgiving, guys, because I do get it and I do understand. So that's why I'm saying happy holiday. Peace.